We went to New York Comic Con for the first time, and it was awesome. That's right, me and Jarrett finally took the trip.
I am Jarrett.
It was something we talked about for years, and we finally did it. There's that guy right here, our little lanyard that they give you with the My Hero Academia Crunchyroll keychain thing. Or is this the lanyard and this is the pass? I don't know. Guess I'll just throw that guy on right there. Yeah, Comic-Con. Our expectations going in were high, but they were completely blown out of the water. If you've never been, you need to do yourself a favor and go. I promise. It's just so cool. We went on a Sunday, which was the last day, and we're thinking, it might be a little less crowded, might be a little less hectic. Nope, it was still jam-packed and there was still plenty to do. That said, if you want to get a full experience, I can wholeheartedly tell you that you need to go more than one day. And because of that, I definitely felt the anxiety and the urgency to try and see everything that I possibly could, knowing full well we just weren't going to be able to do it. It's just so much, and it's so busy that there's no way you can squeeze everything in one day, especially not the last day. We're definitely going next year. We're already planning a multi-day trip. We just didn't plan ahead of time. We didn't even cosplay, which we wanted to, but we just didn't make time for that stuff. And we were just winging everything, including recording. We did attempt to do our usual toy hunt, but with the craziness, the limited time, technical difficulties, and just admiring and being amazed by all the awesomeness around us, it just didn't work out. But obviously, by this point, you've seen there is some footage. We did try to film a little bit, so I did at least want to document our trip here on the channel. Even though we didn't get to film the entire toy, or I guess in this case, the collectible hunt, we do want to show off the haul because we got some pretty awesome stuff. So we'll take a look at that stuff shortly. But even just besides the purchasing of things we don't really need, a staple of this channel, there was just so much awesome stuff to see. If you've watched anything on this channel before, you've probably seen that I am a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we're talking classic Yu-Gi-Oh! For the most part. I don't really play anymore, but I do enjoy collecting the older, more nostalgic stuff. But anyway, one of the first things I saw walking into Comic-Con was the game shop. Yugi's grandpa's game shop from the TV show. I saw that and I was like, are you kidding me? This is so cool. Just to see that in person, awesome. So awesome. And you could actually go up to the shop and purchase Yu-Gi-Oh! Items. It was a little pricey, but the novelty of it just had me swept up. It was awesome. I did almost buy an anniversary booster box of Spell Ruler. This would have been from a third-party vendor, not the game shop, but I didn't get it because the vendor was actually sold out. $70 saved. It was also cool just seeing the different booths for the different toy companies, like Hasbro or SH Figure Arts. Is it Figure Arts, Fig Arts, or Fig Arts? I don't know. The displays they had were awesome though, especially the Dragon Ball ones. They had like all the characters across all the different sagas in a display case. That was really, really cool. But they had other stuff too, of course. Dragon Ball is not the only thing they do. They had a Harry Potter, Voldemort and Harry fighting from the graveyard scene in Goblet of Fire. I didn't even know they made Harry Potter stuff. I might be a bit of a noob in that regard, so sorry if I don't know. For all the collecting I do, I don't know the specifics of the companies and the ins and out of that. I just see stuff I like and I buy it. Also, there was a Walmart booth with a crazy dumb line to get in. I didn't wait around to see what that was about. I think they had some like TMNT figures in a display case, and they probably had other stuff too that wasn't TMNT that I just missed because I didn't have the time. But then we move on to the wrestling booths. Pro Wrestling Tees had a booth, which that was cool. The day we were there, Danhausen was there as Superman, I believe, or Superhausen, it might have been, with Swoggle or Hornswoggle from WWE. They were doing meet and greets and signings with people. But in the days previous, I think there was other wrestlers that we weren't around for, like Willow Nightingale and Orange Cassidy. I think Darby Allin, who got into a brawl with Jon Moxley at the press event a few days before we went. So it sucks that we kind of missed that stuff because we're such big wrestling fans, especially AEW. But also, we're not the type who really care to wait in line for like autographs and stuff, so I guess it doesn't really matter. It's more so just cool to be like, oh hey, there's that wrestler. I saw him in person. I looked at him. But speaking of, we did see Brody King, who I believe was signing for Pro Wrestling Tees over the weekend. But the day we saw him, he was just out walking around. Now, we didn't bother him. It looked like he was with what seemed to be his family, so we didn't go up to him or anything like that. But it was cool to just be like, that's Brody King. Now, regarding wrestling stuff, we got some awesome art from one of the vendors there. So I guess we can go over the haul now. So me and Jared had split up at a point.
I'm once again calling on you to love me.
and he ended up finding a table, and I'm sorry if I can't remember the guy's name. We talked to him for a while. He was super nice, but I don't remember the name of his table or company or whatever it was. But he made like comic covers for pro wrestlers, and Jarrett had bought Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley, and then when I met up with Jarrett, and it turned out he actually got me Jon Moxley as well as a gift, and here it is. Bam. Look at that. StarCast 3, Jon Moxley with the IWGP US Heavyweight title. I'm not as big as a comic book person as Jarrett is, so maybe he can tell me, but is this like Wolverine? Is that what it's supposed to be? I just think it's cool, so I don't care if it's Wolverine or if it's just a made-up thing. It's awesome. Then I also bought from the same vendor, Orange Cassidy. Check this out. This is so cool. And for those who don't know, down at the bottom there, plus the Fire Ant, Orange Cassidy's Chikara gimmick back in the day. And it's got him and Pac in the middle of a match here, with the logo at the top. This is so cool. I haven't put these up yet, but they're gonna go up in this room because they rule. Then chugging along here, we got a few more art pieces. Jarrett and myself both bought art from an artist by the name of Nick Lanza. And this guy had so much cool stuff. So we both got an Animal Crossing artwork. It's like a Halloween artwork. Both of our girlfriends are super into that, so we both got that. And Jared got the Bubble Bowl from SpongeBob. And then I bought Tatooine and Bespin. I've already framed these and put these up. These are awesome. If you're looking for like nerdy art pieces, great place to look, because the posters and designs he had were really cool, and he had different sizes. But moving on with the haul, we got plenty of other goodies. It's a little dinged up, so because it was stuck in my bag all day. But correct me if I'm wrong, this is Yu-Gi-Oh related. This is Rescue Rabbit, am I correct? If not, the true Yu-Gi-Oh ball knowers will let me know. They were giving out Wing Karibo crowns like this when I went back, and I didn't grab one, I should have. But it was at Yugi's Grandpa's Game Shop that they were giving these out, so you could snag one of these if you were interested. Some other small stuff we got some Coca-Cola stickers. They're like the Star Wars branded ones, so that's neat. And also, as I said, I'm not as big as a comic book fan as Jared is, but we did get from the DC booth like the newspaper from, I don't know if this is Superman or Batman, DC superheroes clash in a battle for the ages. So I think it's just all DC related stuff, but it is cool. Like it's a legit, like, oh yeah, it's a legit newspaper. I show you the back where there's nothing on it, but it is, yeah, it's a legit newspaper. So it's a cool little, thing to have, even though I'm not the biggest comic book guy. I like it, but it's not my main jam. And then last but not least, there was a bunch of these booths that were selling these mystery boxes for all different kinds of TV shows. I bought a Dragon Ball Z one. Jared bought a Power Rangers one. I opened it up already. Got plenty of cool stuff in here. In the box, I got a cool dad hat, a Vegeta themed dad hat. I got a 4-star Dragon Ball pin. That was cool. Also got a bento box with Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, let me take my lunch to work in that. I also got this really awesome Goku-themed book bag, so I can use that for future events. And this awesome Goku glass cup that I've already drank out of a bunch of times. I was happy with my box. I got a bunch of really cool stuff in there. And I'll probably end up buying another one of those mystery boxes next time I go, because that was just a ton of fun to open. And they did give me a 4-pack of like mystery pins along with it when I bought the box. I already opened it. I got rid of 3 of the pins just because I really wasn't into them. They were just generic pins. But then I got one Courage the Cowardly Dog pin, which I did put on. I have a little pin board that I put it on. But I didn't film that stuff, but I don't think you care because that's just minor stuff. But it's worth sharing because it was part of the haul. I do believe that was everything. So yeah, Comic-Con was awesome. We're definitely going back next year. We're definitely going to be more prepared next year. If you did like the video, go check out the rest of the channel for plenty of other toy and nerdy related content, and we'll see you on the next one.
I like what this is.